In this video, I'm going to teach you how to go from an improper fraction in which the number on top is always larger than the number on the bottom, and how can we then rewrite that in an equal form called a mixed number. So how do we go from 5 halves to 2 and 1/2 without drawing pictures? How do we go from 7 divided by 3 or 7/3 to 2 and 1/3 without drawing pictures? What I'd like you to do is to find a piece of paper and to write down these steps. I'm going to zoom in. I want you to press pause, write down these steps, and we're going to use these steps throughout this video. In order to be able to do this process, again, from going from an improper fraction to a mixed number, we're just going to follow these steps, and we're going to do it slowly. Please only watch as I do example 1. Now, we get to kind of cheat. We know this is the answer we need to end up with. Because remember, these are equivalent numbers. They're just in different forms. Well, how do we do it? And we're going to use division to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this improper fraction, and I'm going to use division. In fact, it's long division. I'm not sure if you've learned this in class yet. When we write using long division, we're going to take this top number, not the bigger number or the smaller number, but the number on top, and it's going to go inside this division house. And the bottom number is going to go on the outside to the left. And now we have the problem set up, and we're ready to get started. The first step says choose the number. What does that even mean? So I want to ask myself, how many groups of 2 can I fit into 5 without going over? And so I'm just going to come off to the side here, and I'm going to count by 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6. Okay, if I go all the way up to 6, so if I do 3 groups of 2, 2, 4, 6, I would go over 5. So I can't go 3 groups, but I can fit 2 groups in. It doesn't go in evenly. That means it doesn't actually go up to 5. I just remember I can't go over 5. So I have 2 groups of 2 that can fit into 5. So I place a 2 on top. I chose the number. The next thing I'm going to do is multiply. So when you multiply, you take the number you chose, and you're going to multiply it by the number that's on the outside or off to the left. 2 times 2. Well, 2 groups of 2 is 4. I've done step 2. Step 3 says I'm going to subtract them. 5 subtract 4 is 1. We're ready to go. Now the fourth step is I want you to think back to a clock. And when you look at an analog clock, well, that means it looks like this, right? You have something like this, right? When you look at a clock, I want you to think of 12 o'clock, and you're going to circle this number at the top. Whatever that number is, you're going to circle it. And then we're always going to go clockwise around. So you're going to go, boop, pick up this number at the bottom, boop, pick up this number off to the left. And here's how we write it. The number on top always represents the whole number of the mixed number. And then remember that whole numbers are comprised or put together by 2 groups. There's the whole number and the proper fraction. So the whole number is always the number on top, and then we go clockwise around. We grab the number down below. That will always be the top number of the proper fraction, and then we keep going around, and this number off to the left will always be the bottom number of the mixed number, of the proper fraction. So 5 halves, or 5 divided by 2, is equal to 2 and 1/2. We've already shown through pictures that 7 divided by 3, also called 7/3, is equal to 2 and 1/3. But now we're going to show it algebraically. So I'm going to write down 7 divided by 3, and you're just watching this. Okay, so you ready? The first thing I'm going to do is I need to draw this division box. The top number always goes on the inside. The bottom number always goes off to the left. Okay, step 1, choose the number. What does that mean? I'm going to ask myself, how many groups of 3 can I fit into 7 without going over? Okay, so I'm going to count by 3s off to the side. 3, 6, and maybe I need to write these for you. 3, 6, 9. Okay, I can't go up to 9 because we can see 9 would go past 7. So I can't do 3 groups, I can only do 2 groups. So I'm going to put a 2 up top. I've chose the number. Now I'm going to multiply. Whatever we choose, I'm going to multiply by the outside. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. The third step is I'm going to subtract these. 7 subtract 6 is 1. And now I'm going to rewrite it as a mixed number. I circled the number on the top. That's going to be the whole number for our mixed number. And then I always go clockwise. So 7/3, or 7 divided by 3, is equivalent to the whole number is the large number. And then we have the proper fraction. And we're just going to go pick up the 1 and divide it by 3. These two are equal or equivalent values. I would like you to continue watch me do a few more examples before we try a couple problems together. So 9 divided by 5. I know this is an improper fraction, because the number on top is larger than the number on the bottom. How do I go about rewriting this as a mixed number? So I'm going to make this division box. The top number always goes inside. The bottom number always goes on the outside to the left. And then I'm going to follow these steps. Step 1, choose the number. Okay, so I'm going to start counting by 5s. That's the number on the outside. So 5, 10, 15, right? But there's a problem here. I forgot I can never go beyond this number. So notice I can only actually choose one group of 5, because if I choose 2 groups of 5, I'd be up to 10, and 10 is more than 9. So I can only fit one group of 5 into 9 without going over. I can only fit one group. So I chose the number, and now I need to multiply. I'm going to take 1 times 5. Well, 1 times 5 is 5, and now I'm going to subtract them. 9 minus 5 is 4. I've done steps 1, 2, and 3. Step 4, I'm going to circle that number up top, and then I'm going to go clockwise around. So 9 divided by 5 as an improper fraction is equal to, okay, this is always the large number. It's the whole number in the mixed number. And then this is the proper fraction. And it's always going to be, okay, I'm picking up a 4 and writing it over 5. (11) divided by 3, 11/3. It's an improper fraction because the value on top, or the number on top, is greater than the number on the bottom. So the top number always goes on the inside, and the bottom number always goes on the outside to the left. And here are my steps. Let's make sure you can see them. Okay, so step 1, choose the number. Okay, so I'm going to count by 3s. We have, let me do it down here so you can see in this video. We have 3. Okay, good. If I have 2 groups, I have 6. If I have 3 groups, I have 9. If I have 4 groups, I have 12. But I can't go past 11. Notice that if I have 4 groups of 3, I'm all the way up to 12, and that's past 11. So I can fit in 3 groups of 3 without going beyond 11. So I put a 3 up top. I chose my number. Now I'm going to multiply. 3 times 3, or 3 groups of 3, is 9. And then I'm going to subtract. 11 subtract 9 is 2. That's the whole number. And here is the proper fraction. 3 and 2/3. These are equal values. They're just in different forms. I would like you to write down the next improper fraction, and let's write down 18/9. And I would like you to go ahead and rewrite it as a mixed number. Then come back to the video and press play. Okay, hopefully you've pressed pause and attempted this problem. 18 is on the inside, 9 is on the outside, and I'm going to start counting by groups of 9. Okay, one group of 9 is 9, 2 groups of 9 is 18. Oh, I'm right on it. Perfect. So 2 groups of 9 fit in here evenly. 2 times 9, or 2 groups of 9 is 18. I chose the number. I multiplied. I subtract. And now I write it as a mixed number. So this is the whole number. And here is the proper fraction. 2 and 0 over 9. Now later on in math, we're going to learn how 0 divided by any number is just 0. But at this point in math, we want you to recognize that these two are equal, or called equivalent values in math. Let's have you try another one. Let's make it a tough one. This will be the last one in this video. Let's do 16 divided by, let's go divided by 13. Again, I want you to press pause. This is an improper fraction because the number on top is greater than the number on the bottom. And I want you to go ahead, write it as a mixed number, and then come back and press play in the video. Okay, so I've given you a chance to try, and if you have not tried yet, please press pause and come back. The top number always goes on the inside, and the bottom number always goes on the outside, and I'm going to count by 13, so groups of 13. So one group of 13 is 13, 2 groups of 13, well, 13 plus 13 is 26. Oh, that's way over 16. So I can only fit in one group of 13 into 16 without going over. So step 1 was to choose the number. So I can only fit one group of 13 into 16. Then I want to multiply. 1 times 13 is 13. Then I'm going to subtract. 16 subtract 13 is 3. And now it's time to rewrite this. I circle the top number, and then I always go clockwise around. This is the whole number. And now the proper fraction in the mixed number would be 3 over 13. These two are equivalent. They're equal, but just in different forms.